what you came from to what you have
Mm-hmm.
to overcome to now being a two-time Olympian,
Mm-hmm.
what advice do you have for folks who are facing their own journey, trying to accomplish something, and they're running into barriers, they want to overcome? What advice do you have for them?
Well, I mean, this is cliche. Everybody says this. You got to believe in yourself. Now, to me, and this is just my method. I don't know about everyone's method. To me, believing in yourself takes a bit of vision and arrogance. It takes a bit of arrogance because, and this, well, my grandma, she always used to say this to me. It's really a quote, not a quote, but something she would say about like purpose. And you either find your purpose or this world is going to give you one. And so on one end you have a passive transition through life where you just go wherever you fit in, and then on the other end you have an active transition in life where regardless of the ups and downs you are actively involved. And I believe that takes a lot of time to yourself. Takes a lot of, I wouldn't say meditation, but time to yourself. You really have to lock in. You really have to believe in self. And the biggest thing that I did, and for whatever reason, now at 30, I'm able to put it in words, but in my mind, I had it for the longest. If you judge yourself by everyone else's scale, you will never succeed. Period. It doesn't matter. And now, like I said before, to meet a standard is much different than chasing a standard or a certain realm or phase is much different than chasing people. It's much different. But in this competitive, in this competitive arena, sometimes you can kind of get caught up thinking you're competing against people. You're not. I'm competing against the clock. When I'm running hurdles, I'm trying to overcome the hurdles. I don't care about the guy next to me. But in the race, guess what? You hit them steps. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. The fact that you can hear the hurdles, you're not locked in. You're not locked in. Because when you're locked in, like my 750 race, ask me how the race felt. I don't know. I can't tell you. I know how I felt when I crossed the line. But as far as the race, as far as me being in it, I was locked in. And I think it takes that regardless of anything that you do. Yeah, you got to make your own scale and you got to stick to it. And I'm not saying that your scale can't change, because as you get knowledge, you can definitely add levels to that. You can definitely add, you can add some accessories to that scale, but it's your scale. And if it's your scale, I think that matters more than anything. And even with that, when it's your scale, the things you accomplish, I think it means a little bit more. If you're, and that was my grandma has been very pivotal in my life and in my career. Christian woman, she been locked in with God since day one. And even her upbringing was tough too. Shoot, the Rolex, bro, the Rolex. My grandma used to date the dude, a drug dealer who owned that junk. She tells me stories about that all the time. His name was Quartz. But yeah, it wasn't called a Rolex when he owned it. Well, when he was like management, whatever there. But yeah, so I gained a lot of knowledge from her. But the biggest thing is, and it's going to take a lot of you having to shut down the thoughts and ideas of others, and you have to filter through it, and it's hard, and it is hard. It is hard because to be able to filter, you need a certain amount of wisdom, and you need knowledge, and you need wisdom to do that. So it's definitely going to take time, but at the end of the day, believe in yourself, and even before that, before you believe in yourself, you got to figure out who you are. Even if it's just a little bit. Gotta figure out who you are, even if it's just a little bit.